we were looking at really starting the company, we went back and asked ourselves, all right, obviously there are a lot of USB companies, right? And companies that have existed for 10, 15 years now. And we kind of looked at what are the issues? Why haven't they been adopted? Why haven't they become programs of record? And then we started realizing that some of these autonomous, what they call autonomous vessels, what now we know are just remote controlled boats, they were selling them for millions of dollars. And, in the back of our minds, because we had been building these boats that we would just buy off of Amazon. We're like, I don't understand, right? I don't understand why it's so expensive. It's the extreme focus on building the boats and the hardware, right? And this need to vertically integrate. So I come from an aerospace engineering background. Obviously, in aerospace engineering, vertical integration is important because of the FAA, right, and certification. You want to control every process for quality because you're going through a regulatory process. And because airplanes, if they fail, fall out of the sky. Right. For us here, we said these are boats. People have been sailing the oceans for thousands of years. You think about the Polynesians; they were crossing the Pacific on wooden trimarans. Right. So we said, is this something we need to reinvent? Is there some crazy innovation in putting boats in the Pacific? So we want to talk to the experts, right? The boat builders, naval architects, or in Rhode Island, where the America's Cups are held. So there's a huge ecosystem of small boat builders that are building at scale for the commercial market. So hundreds of boats a month, thousands a year, and they've started using advanced manufacturing techniques just because they have to lower the cost, right? Because the Chinese boat builders are selling these cheap things, and the U.S. boat builders, the only way they could keep up with it is to innovate with technology. And what we found out was mind blowing, right? Across boat builders, we're like, I don't understand why you think this is difficult. And we're like, well, that's the question we're asking you, right? But like, is this difficult? And they were like, we built boats, like different types of boats regularly. We built them at scale. We designed them. We figure out how to build them to get the margins we need. And then we produce hundreds to thousands of them. And they were like, just look at our warehouse, and there are boats, right, that being built. And so, this is the first time we're like, wait a minute, the buzzword reindustrialization has just started. We're like, that's true reindustrialization right there.